bill has been introduced. Happy about it?
Very, very happy, elated. In fact, this is a great step. Only worry is that since the government now gave clarity saying that this is a completely new bill, so it has to pass in both the houses is what I am believing. And government, the way it approached the bill, I mean, they did not take anybody into confidence. No parties were consulted. No political consensus was built. So will that become a hurdle? And the main issue of OBC, which was earlier, the main reason why the bill got stalled, that is not addressed either. So only three issues: the NCT is covered, the Assembly's reservation is covered, and the SC/ST reservation is covered. But OBCs, there is no mention of it. So is this a ploy is what again we need to see. I truly hope it's not. I truly hope this government will be sincere in making sure it passes in both the houses, because in Rajya Sabha also, although they do not have complete majority, earlier they have made efforts to pass various other bills. So in the same line, if the government is sincere, I hope it will get passed. But yes, how do we address the issue of OBC women not being represented? That we need to fight, because tomorrow there is discussion in the parliament and in Rajya Sabha. If few parties can seriously raise this issue and make sure it becomes a part of the bill, I think it can we can imbibe that OBC factor and get the bill passed.
How do you weigh in on the caveat that this cannot be immediately implemented because a lot rides on the census and then delimitation? Are you happy with it? Do you think that's a fair claim that has been put forth by the centre?
Well, this government, despite repeated requests from every political party in this nation, never cared to even conduct the census of the nation. They don't even know how many people are there in the country, but they are just ruling. That is how it has been, which unfortunately will become a major roadblock for this bill. But yet, as I said, after 16 years it has come to Parliament. Let us welcome it. Let us make sure whatever hurdles come up in this bill, in the passage of this bill, all of us as political parties should try and find a solution. When we look at the technicality, if census becomes a roadblock, then there is also delimitation. Right. So after delimitation, if this bill comes into force, only in 2029 Parliament we will see the 181 women that we want to see. But it's all right. Yet it has to pass, it has to go through, and it is our fundamental responsibility as political parties to make sure it goes through. But there is a scope again, as I said, in Rajya Sabha. All the parties together can raise the OBC issue, try and get that amended into it, and then it will go back to Lok Sabha and come back. So that is available, that option is available, and let us see how various political parties will approach.
My final question before I let you go. We were having a chat earlier on delimitation issue. Population-based delimitation has been something that has been completely opposed by the BRS. If that is the way forward, KTR himself wrote...
OBC census is what we've time and again demanded. We said population basis census is required for this country. If you remember, after the formation of Telangana, in the very first month, we conducted a household survey. We practically know in our state how many people from which community are there, what do they work, how much is their land holding, what is their economical status. Based on that data, we've designed every particular scheme of ours, and we believe as a nation we should have that data. And we've time and again demanded that OBC census be done to begin with, and OBC census be done as well. So we never opposed it.
But Mr. KTR had raised a point that South Indian states are at the risk of losing their assembly seats.
If delimitation you're talking about.
That is what I'm talking about. So if the bill, Women's Reservation Bill, also depends on delimitation exercise. So is that a fair argument?
Well, BRS also said one more thing, that let us increase the seats of the Parliament and reserve 1/3. So let us increase the seats. Let's see how many seats are there to begin with. कितने भी है उसमें 1/3 हमें दे दो. That's a simple logic that women are asking for and demanding for in this country. So let us see how much that number will go up.
You fought for this issue. Your message to the women who are watching you?
Well, congratulations. I truly believe this is going to be a very, very big step in empowering women, in bringing about all those sensitive issues that we don't really see any men discussing, any prominent politicians discussing on various platforms like Parliament and assemblies, and hopefully with a lot of women making their space into the parliaments, all our issues will be addressed and discussed.
And Congress claiming credit for it?
Let them claim, credit and love are not for sale. It has to be earned, and they should work for it. They forgot about this bill in the last 16 years. Suddenly coming to claim credit is a little unfair to begin with, but let them try. People will decide ultimately.